What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. So today is a very interesting day for a couple of reasons. Today being the official Season 1 update for Battlefield 6, the direct competitor for Call of Duty. They've actually dropped the entirety of Season 1 and on top of that, a free-to-play Battle Royale experience known as RedSec. Now this mode is basically like Warzone. It's free to play. All you got to do is download it and then load it up and you can play. And then alongside that, they added everything else that you would typically see with the Season 1 update, like a Battle Pass, store bundles, brand new DLC weapons, challenges, patch notes, and things like that. Now, it's a good thing for us Call of Duty players because usually whenever Battlefield does an update or they announce something, Call of Duty will usually clap back and then give us something in return, right? Well, this time it's a little disappointing, but they did actually say something. So here's what they ended up posting. They said, grab your squad. We've got Black Ops 6. Get access to Black Ops 6 multiplayer and zombies starting right now. So October 28th until November 3rd, this will be available. So you have access to every single multiplayer map ever added into the game, every single zombies map and mode, and you basically have full access to a copy of Black Ops 6. Now, they've sort of done that already with the launch of Battlefield. They gave us a free trial to sort of stop players from purchasing and getting on that game. So that's like the sort of thing they're doing here. I was hoping that maybe we would get a blog post or a big announcement, something to hype us up for Black Ops 7, but maybe that could be coming out later on this week. Now, something else that was also announced by Call of Duty is, this comes in from COD League. They said, we've got some things to discuss, ... And then they provided an image here. It says October 29th at 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. They have a big announcement to give us, and then under it, they linked a YouTube broadcast which premieres tomorrow at that exact time, and it's titled the Call of Duty League 2026 Season Announcement. So if you are interested in their announcement, that's something to look forward to for tomorrow. They're probably going to talk about maybe the teams that are going to be playing, the roster, maybe give us some insight on the maps, something along those lines. I don't really keep up too much with this, so if you do know what they're going to be announcing, let us know down below in the comments. But today I wanted to talk about something in particular that I feel many people are not really understanding. And so the big misconception that I'm seeing right now is people are comparing Black Ops 6 to Black Ops 7. They're saying that, okay, it's BO6, then the following year we're getting BO7. The content is probably going to be the same exact thing. We're going to have the same sort of events and updates. And I'm not going to lie, if that is the case, I myself would not purchase BO7 because BO6 didn't have as many content updates as we hoped for, especially comparing it to the year prior with Modern Warfare 3 and the amount of content we were getting with that game. And then with BO6, we've had numerous droughts to where we went months or weeks without updates, seasons being extended. And then when they finally drop an update, the rewards were like emblems and XP tokens, and they weren't really worth the grind, right? And so the thing is, people are thinking BO7 is going to have that. Well, today I'm going to try to convince you guys that that's not the case because BO7 should be compared more to Modern Warfare 3 than it should be BO6. And here's a couple of reasons for that. First off, Call of Duty has already confirmed that the Season 1 update of BO7 is going to be the largest Season 1 update we've ever gotten, and that's usually my biggest worry because a Call of Duty always ends up going stale towards the end of a Season 1 update when the devs go on their holiday break, and then there's like an entire drought between the end of Season 1 Reloaded and then jumping into Season 2, and that's usually almost every single year what causes the player base to drop. Now, if they're going to stack that amount of content so the devs can still go on their holiday break and we're still getting consistent updates, then that's going to be a really good thing for Call of Duty. And then another thing, obviously we have insiders that were giving their input and saying that the information they know is that BO7 is going to have a lot of post-seasonal content and just an insane amount of things that you're going to be able to grind. And one of those things are weekly challenges. So Charlie Intel posted this, and here's what he said. Black Ops 7 will follow MW3 type system with weekly challenges starting in Season 1. Weekly challenges will have attachments, weapon blueprints, and more rewards, along with 2 camos, one halfway through, and then one at the end of the challenges. If you guys remember with MW3, that was like, I'm not gonna lie, that was a highlight. Whenever events weren't going on, that's something that everyone would at least load up the game to knock out those weekly challenges to get aftermarket parts, DLC weapons, and then when they completed the first 4 weeks, they would end up getting something like an animated camo. So that was something that a lot of people would get on the game to grind for. And then he followed up and he said even more information. With weekly challenges in Black Ops 7 Season 1, every week has 6 challenges for multiplayer, zombies, Warzone, and now Endgame. So no matter what mode you play for Call of Duty, you'll at least be able to knock out these challenges. And then it says you have to complete a total of 6 of them across all modes. So there's actually going to be a total of 24 different challenges because there's 6 in each mode, and you have to complete 6 out of those 24. So all you have to do is say, look at multiplayer. Okay, it has 2 easy challenges, do those. Then maybe zombies has 2 super easy challenges as well, do those. Then you look at Warzone or Endgame. So you can mix and match to do the easiest challenges and knock this out even faster to get your rewards, very similar to what we used to do with MW3 weekly challenges. Now he gives us details on what we're gonna get. So he says Season 1 has 9 weeks total, with 2 brand new weapons being available through the weekly challenges. There's going to be new score streaks you can get, brand new attachments, blueprints, as well as 2 universal camos. Now, first off, we don't have photos of these, but here's my guess for what some of these items are. So they've officially announced in the Season 1 update, we have the ballistic knife coming in. So that could potentially be one of the weekly challenge rewards that you can get. The second weapon that also makes sense to add is going to be the crossbow. So that is also a potential weekly challenge reward that you're going to be able to unlock. They also mentioned the Maddox, but I believe that will be available through the battle pass. So just like MW3, you have weapons that you can get through the battle pass and then weapons you can get through weekly challenges. Now, these are all the different things that you need to know just from weekly challenges. There's obviously going to be other things coming in with this game. For example, events. We're expecting a lot more events than what we saw with Black Ops 6. So for example, there's usually a couple of weeks before the Season 1 update officially goes live. So we're going to have maybe 2 or 3 weeks and then we jump into Season 1. In that meantime, we're going to have multiple different events coming out. Obviously, there's the mastery grind that you're going to be able to start working on and grinding out. And then there's also the prestige weapon camos and stuff like that that you can also work towards. And then the weekly challenges will begin. There's also going to be the battle pass that you grind, then whatever crossovers they're going to be bringing in, and then even more multiple events, and then the LTMs and stuff like that. So there's a lot to look forward to when it comes to Black Ops 7. And I'm not going to lie, I feel like it's going to get to a point to where when they officially announce everything and the game is about to release, we're going to feel overwhelmed with the amount of things that we're going to grind. So if you jump over into like the challenges tab to take a look at what challenges you need to complete, I'm pretty sure that would probably give you a migraine because there's just going to be so much to do. And then compared to a game we got the year prior that literally was quite opposite, didn't have that much in it, then it's gonna be pretty crazy. So that's why I'm really excited for Black Ops 7. That's why I'm looking forward to it. I feel like there's gonna always be something going on with the game, and there's gonna be something for us to do, especially with the promises that they've made and the different forms of like LTMs and modes on top of everything. So for example, Endgame, you can't forget about that. That's gonna have its own grind. I mean, people were saying that maybe we can get weapon cases like we did with DMZ, and they have content scheduled for the first few seasons of that mode. So if you play that, you're going to be on your own grind, doing your own things and working on like faction challenges and things like that. And then on top of that, you're going to get the weekly challenges. Then on top of that, you're going to have the mastery grind that you're going to work on. Then on top of that, you have the prestige camos. Then on top of that, there's the events that are currently going on at the time. I'm telling you, based on what we've heard so far, I don't think there will be any complaints if all of it come true. Now, obviously, I'm going to have to wait and see for myself, but I do have high hopes for Black Ops 7. What are your thoughts? The weekly challenge is officially returning. Is this something you're looking forward to? Are you excited? I'll keep you guys updated with more information and, you know, any news or coverage that we have as it pops up. But that is it for this video. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you found the video informative or helpful, consider hitting that like and subscribe button so you never miss out on any Call of Duty news or updates. But it's been your boy, and I'll see you guys again. Peace.